Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
All right, people. This is another episode of Awesome Entertainment. I'm Joel Awesome. We talking about Peacemaker. I hate to say it, but I told y'all, man. I told y'all this shit wasn't worth watching. I watched like 6 episodes of the first season because someone made me watch it. I hated every minute of it. I turned it off. I hate the jokey superhero shit. And then this has the audacity to be disgusting on top of that. Man, well, anyway, let me read this review and we're going to see what they say because I ain't watching that shit. John Cena puts in an Emmy-worthy performance in a DC superhero drama whose lengthy group sex scene isn't exactly new to television, but a follow-up episode about the logistics of cleanup, you don't see that very often. Okay, that sounds gross. But let's see. I mean, Emmy-worthy, and I like John Cena, but, I ain't with this shit, man. With his medicine ball biceps, what the fuck? And chin worthy of an Eastern Island Moai. What does that even mean, Moai? The wrestler turned actor John Cena can actually pull off wearing a daft comic book outfit, shiny silver helmet, and all. No, I hate the look. I hate the Peacemaker look. It looks dumb. That way you just don't take it serious from the start. Superman looks dumb wearing underwear on his pants, but he looks even dumber with that big glowy ass helmet. So you really don't take this shit serious from the start. That's what makes Cena spandex clad Chris Smith, aka Peacemaker, so inherently funny. He looks the part, but is a demonstrably terrible superhero. Being hard-charging, self-sabotaging meathead with a propensity for violence and a hair-triggered temper will never make you as beloved as Superman, but it can be highly entertaining to watch. To give Peacemaker his due, he is a survivor. He was first introduced in James Gunn 2021 Suicide Squad, a film bumped off cast members with glee before getting his own small screen spinoff overseen by Gunn in 2002. And honestly, I didn't mind him in Suicide Squad because he wasn't the main character. But when you made him the main character, it's like, oh, come on, what are we doing? That brash Blackley comic first season shaded in some childhood trauma. Smith accidentally killed his older brother in a brawl instigated by their racist father, but also gave Peacemaker his first big win, saving the world from an alien invasion by sparkly butterfly creatures. That's not selling me. That ain't selling me at all. Hell nah. Gunn has been on an upswing too after being promoted to co-running DC Studios. He recently rebooted the entire superhero screen universe with a generally well-received new take on Superman. First off, Superman may have had a well take, but have you tried to watch that again? I tried to watch it again. I couldn't finish it. I was like, this is worse than the first time. I thought it was all right the first time. This time, the second time, I was like, this is shaky. This is real shaky. And it's not a reboot. If you did Peacemaker last few years, why is Peacemaker even up here? Where the fuck is Batman? You know what I mean? You got Green Lantern, you got Martian Manhunter, you got The Flash, and we watching Peacemaker, bro. Come on now. Bring back Green Arrow. I'd rather watch Green Arrow any day over Peacemaker. Damn. Back at the helm for Peacemaker Season 2, the writer and director seems keen to demonstrate that he has not lost his punk edge. Clark Kent may never curse, but the Peacemaker cast are happy to take up the sweary slack. Notable additions to the ensemble include Tim Meadows as an oddball government agent and Frank Grillo as a ruthless Colonel distinctly non-military Pompadour. I don't even know what that means. Man, I ain't even gonna go into it. The action picks up a month after the events of Superman, and Smith is struggling to parlay his alien invasion, foiling into a sustainable superhero career. Things aren't going much better for his local cohort of found family. Techie hacker Economos Steve Agee is being forced to surveil Peacemaker by shady Argus agency. The usually sunny Abigail Daniel Brooks is struggling with a breakup, and a flinty butt kicker Amelia Jennifer Holland is now a pariah in the intelligence community. This is like Suicide Squad. This dude does the same thing every show, every movie. He did it with Guardians. You got a group of misfits. You know what I mean? Then he did Creature Commandos, which is a group of misfits. You got Suicide Squad, which is a group of misfits. Then you spin over to Peacemaker, and it's like you get his own shit, but you make his own shit filled up with a group of misfits. And then Superman, who's supposed to be getting his own shit, out here with a group of misfits. This is gonna be every movie, bro. That's 5 movies, but Guardians is there's 3 Guardians and a holiday special. That's 8. Oh my gosh. And a fractious cycle of evaluation, Amelia snaps and calls her doctor a fucking cunt, but quickly recovers. In England, cunt means friend. What? Only semi-reformed serial killer Adrian Freddie Stroma seems to be doing okay, even if his new interest in owls verges on the obsessive. Look, man, y'all ain't selling me on this shit. Ain't nothing about this sounds interesting. I don't know who none of these characters are. Y'all could have at least brought in like a Batman villain to spice it up. You know what I mean? If you're going to do a Clayface movie, Clayface should be the dude he going after. You know what I'm saying? So we at least know Clayface ain't even popular. We know him over Peacemaker, man. Like, y'all should have did something to spice it up. Because I don't know none of these people. So at this point in time, I'm like, I want to see DC. I want to see the DC that I know. That's Batman. That's Superman. That's The Flash. Come on, man. After a particularly crushing career setback, Smith digs out a cocaine baggie marked for a rainy day and tries to party away his pain. What follows is an expansive and sustained orgy scene that must have required bringing in intimacy coordinators by the busload. Plenty of other HBO shows have featured group sex scenes, but Peacemaker is the first where the post-orgy logistics of cleaning up and turfing participants out are addressed in the subsequent episode. Man, y'all some freaks, man. Y'all some freaks, man. These dudes are just making they superhero fantasies on the actual show and putting it out there. This ain't no internet, parody shit. This is real life. These dudes is real freaks. They want to see all they superheroes in an orgy. And the worst thing is they're copying the boys. We saw Hero-gasm with the boys. We were shocked. We were appalled. We moved on. Why do you got to copy the same thing and probably do it worse? I'm not going to check it out. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'll say you did it better. I ain't going to say you did it worse. I ain't going to watch it. But how you going to do some funky monkey let's all get together and bang and then clean up? Come on, dog. What that got to do with saving lives? What happened to the superheroes that saving lives? These dudes is always trying to get they nut. That's crazy. Hell no. Bubbling away beneath all this self-loathing is Peacemaker's discovery that the TARDIS-style storage unit he uses to stash his guns and helmets is actually a quantum gateway to 99 other universes, including one alternate reality where things turned out better for Chris Smith? Should he keep plugging away in a world where he feels as if he can never do the right thing, or rush toward a dimension where Peacemaker is beloved as a cool, customized motorbike called the P-Cycle? Wow. As Abadiah savagely says, this is becoming some fucked up Twilight Zone shit. Look, man, y'all should have never did the multiverse again, bro. That was y'all advantage. People are sick of the multiverse. Play to your advantages. We don't need the multiverse. You brought in another dimension in Superman. You brought in another dimension in Peacemaker. People are tired of the multiverse. The worst thing is you're copying The Boys. You're copying your own Guardians of the Galaxy. And you're copying Marvel with the multiverse. Quit copying shit. Do something different. It's like, let's just copy all of these and push them together. And you're copying the worst aspects of each group. The one thing Marvel shit is sucked is the multiverse. As soon as they brought the multiverse, that shit sucked. You're like, let's copy that. And then the boys is dope until they start doing all the weird, everybody gotta get naked shit. And y'all was like, let's copy that. And then you got Guardians, which is actually good, but it doesn't fit for everything, and you copy that. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. The sporadic bursts of the boy-style ultra-violence with geysers of blood, smashed teeth, and even eyeballs going flying will be as much of a barrier to entry for some of the contestant hair metal needle drops. But underneath all that crunching fight scenes and crash jokes, there is real heart. Gunn clearly loved these damaged characters enough to carry them over to his shiny new universe, but he is also never afraid to put them through the ringer. It makes even the tiniest victories in their lives momentous. I'm calling Cap. Once you put in an orgy, I don't give a damn about what's going on in their life. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my life. Like, why am I watching this? Anyway, that's the stuff I fast forward, man. I fast forward sex scenes, scenes. I fast forward all that stuff, man. I don't watch that. Nah, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. It doesn't add to the show. Y'all can show the people kissing and whatever, fall on the bed, and then we move on. We don't need none of that. And in Game of Thrones, I skip ahead, bro. I skip ahead. Some of the stuff I skip ahead. The show would also collapse without a full commitment of CENA. He has long nailed the petulant side of Peacemaker while hurling himself into the physical comedy. As the long-standing attraction between Smith and Amelia intensifies, this season he also gets to play goofily romantic. He is a good actor or a great one. In an upcoming episode, there is a scene where Smith is deeply hungover and blurrily begins checking his phone while relieving him. What the fuck? Relieving himself. Midstream, he realizes how late he is going to be for a vital meeting. The sight of CENA angrily shouting piss at himself to try to speed up things is an Emmy-worthy masterclass. That's what was Emmy-worthy. That was what was Emmy-worthy. Look, man, at the end of the day, I like John Cena. I think the problem is he's a hard person to cast. Like, how do you cast him without just being a henchman or a thug? You know what I mean? Like, he's too damn swole, I feel like, sometimes to play a sympathetic character. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just don't fit. And then comedy don't really fit. I think he should try to roll as a villain. Like, he should try to just get you a villain role. Be Tombstone. That's who he should be. Tombstone. When they bring in their Marvel shit, I was like, hey, man, call somebody up. And they're like, be Tombstone, and you could probably run off with that role. This one ain't cutting it, man. This is all shock value. They want people to talk about how disgusting they are. And they're disgusting. So, I don't know. If y'all like the video, please hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out. Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's